It was a dark and chilly evening on November 24th, 1971. The streets were bustling with last-minute shoppers, and the city was alive with the spirit of the holiday season. Thanksgiving was just around the corner, and a sense of anticipation filled the air. Families were busy preparing feasts, and stores were crowded with people picking up turkeys and cranberries. At Portland International Airport, Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 prepared for a routine flight to Seattle. The terminal was filled with travelers eager to reach their destinations in time for the holiday. The Boeing 727, a symbol of modern aviation, was about to become part of one of America's most enduring mysteries. This aircraft, known for its reliability and efficiency, was a common sight in the skies. Among the passengers was an unassuming man who called himself Dan Cooper. He wore a business suit and carried a briefcase, blending in seamlessly with the other travelers. He would soon become a legend, known as D.B. Cooper. His name would be etched into the annals of American folklore, synonymous with one of the most daring heists in aviation history. Cooper settled into his seat, 18C, an aisle seat near the back of the plane. He appeared calm and collected, giving no hint of the extraordinary events that were about to unfold. He ordered a bourbon and soda, seemingly an ordinary passenger blending into the crowd. The flight attendants went about their duties, unaware of the storm that was brewing. But beneath his calm exterior, Cooper harbored a secret plan, one that would captivate the nation for decades to come. His demeanor was unremarkable, yet his intentions were anything but. As the plane took off into the twilight sky, the stage was set for an extraordinary event. The passengers settled in for what they thought would be a routine flight, unaware that they were about to become part of a story that would be told and retold for generations. D.B. Cooper was an enigma, a figure who has fascinated and perplexed people for decades. He was a man shrouded in mystery, his true identity unknown, and his story has become the stuff of legend. Witnesses described him as being in his mid-40s, dressed in a dark suit and tie, blending in seamlessly with the other passengers. He wore sunglasses, obscuring his eyes, and adding to his air of intrigue, making it difficult for anyone to read his true intentions. Cooper spoke calmly and politely, but his words hinted at a hidden intensity, a quiet force that demanded attention. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to Florence Schaffner, a flight attendant, setting in motion a series of events that would become infamous. The note's contents were chilling, a claim that he had a bomb and a demand for $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes, a request that left no room for negotiation. Schaffner, taken aback by the note, initially hesitated, unsure if this was some kind of sick joke or a real threat. But Cooper's demeanor, a strange mix of calmness and determination, convinced her that he was serious, and she knew she had to act quickly to ensure the safety of everyone on board. Fear rippled through the cabin as the gravity of the situation became clear. Cooper, with his calm demeanor and chilling demands, had taken control of the flight. The passengers, unaware of what was transpiring, continued their conversations, oblivious to the drama unfolding around them. Cooper, however, remained an unsettling presence, a constant reminder of the danger they were in. The pilot, William Scott, contacted air traffic control, informing them of the hijacking. The FBI was alerted and a plan was put into motion. The authorities agreed to Cooper's demands, hoping to ensure the safety of the passengers and crew. The plane would land in Seattle, where Cooper would receive the money and parachutes. The Boeing 727 circled above Seattle-Tacoma International Airport as night fell. The atmosphere on board was tense, a mixture of fear and anticipation. The passengers, now aware of the hijacking, sat in stunned silence. Cooper, meanwhile, remained calm and collected, his eyes hidden behind his sunglasses. The plane landed, and a team of FBI agents surrounded it. A tense standoff ensued as negotiators attempted to reason with Cooper. He remained firm in his demands, refusing to release the passengers until the money and parachutes were delivered. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Cooper's demands were met. Section 5. A daring escape. With the money and parachutes in his possession, Cooper laid out his escape plan. He instructed the pilots to fly to Mexico City, flying at a low altitude and slow speed. The plane, refueled in Seattle, was ill-equipped for such a flight, But Cooper, undeterred, insisted on his terms. The passengers, their ordeal seemingly over, were allowed to disembark in Seattle. Cooper, however, remained on board, along with the flight crew. As the plane took off once more, this time into the darkness of the Pacific Northwest night, the world watched and waited, captivated by the unfolding drama. Section 6. Into the night sky. The night was calm, the stars twinkling like distant beacons as the Boeing 727 cut through the darkness. The Boeing 727, now a lonely silhouette against the night sky, continued its southward journey. The hum of its engines was the only sound breaking the stillness of the night. Inside the aircraft, Cooper, with the money and parachutes, prepared for the most daring part of his plan, a parachute jump from the back of the plane. His heart pounded with anticipation, every second bringing him closer to the moment of truth. The crew, following his instructions, flew at a low altitude. Battling turbulence and the darkness, the pilots exchanged tense glances, aware of the gravity of the situation, yet determined to follow Cooper's demands to the letter. Somewhere over the rugged terrain of southwestern Washington state, Cooper made his move. The landscape below was a patchwork of shadows, the mountains rising like silent sentinels in the night. With his rear air stair lowered, he jumped into the darkness, carrying with him the ransom money and the secrets of his identity. The wind roared in his ears as he plummeted into the unknown, the night swallowing him whole. The plane, lighter now, continued its flight, eventually landing safely in Reno, Nevada. The crew, exhausted but relieved, disembarked, their ordeal finally over. But Cooper had vanished. Swallowed by the night, the mystery of his disappearance would linger, a shadow over the events of that fateful night, leaving behind more questions than answers. Section 7. The search begins. News of the daring hijacking and Cooper's escape spread like wildfire. The FBI launched a massive manhunt, combing the wilderness of the Pacific Northwest for any sign of the elusive fugitive. Helicopters buzzed overhead, search parties scoured the forests, and divers searched nearby lakes and rivers. Despite their efforts, the search for D.B. Cooper proved fruitless. Weeks turned into months and months into years, but Cooper had disappeared without a trace. The authorities were baffled, left with more questions than answers. Who was D.B. Cooper? Where did he go? And did he survive the jump? In 1980, a significant break in the case surfaced. A young boy playing on the banks of the Columbia River stumbled upon a weathered package. Inside, to everyone's astonishment, was a portion of the ransom money identified by its serial numbers. The discovery reignited hope that Cooper's mystery might finally be solved. The discovery of the money, however, only deepened the mystery. How did the money end up on the banks of the Columbia River? Was it a sign that Cooper had perished in the wilderness, or was it a deliberate act, a clue left behind by the cunning fugitive? Despite the passage of time, the case of D.B. Cooper remains unsolved. The lack of concrete answers has only fueled speculation and intrigue. Cooper's daring feat, his defiance of authority, and his mysterious disappearance have captured the public imagination, turning him into a folk hero of sorts. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged, attempting to explain Cooper's fate. Some believe he perished during the jump, his body lost in the vast wilderness. Others speculate that he survived, living out his days under an assumed identity. The truth, however, remains elusive, lost somewhere in the annals of time. Theories abound regarding Cooper's true identity and his ultimate fate. Some believe he was a seasoned skydiver, while others speculate he was an amateur who took a desperate gamble. The FBI has investigated hundreds of leads over the years, but none have panned out. The mystery of D.B. Cooper has become a cultural phenomenon inspiring books, movies, and countless articles. It has become a tale whispered around campfires, a story that embodies the allure of the unknown. The case, officially closed by the FBI in 2016, remains a testament to the enduring power of mystery. D.B. Cooper's legacy extends far beyond the realm of criminal investigations. He has become a cultural icon, a symbol of daring, mystery, and the enduring allure of the unknown. His story continues to fascinate, inspiring both awe and speculation. The case of D.B. Cooper serves as a reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, It is a story that speaks to our fascination with the unexplained, our desire to make sense of the world around us. And though the truth of D.B. Cooper's fate may remain elusive, his story continues to captivate, reminding us that some legends never die.